created advocacy, I think, before its time, to the point where Gary, our brother and mentor, he's the one that hit me up and said, "Hey, check out this dude Vargas. Let's go visit him." And I say connection because your connection to writing and his passion for writing led us to establish a relationship and further continue Latinidad. Because if we would have met solely on Latinidad, I think we would have forced something. It wouldn't have been organically,
It
you
would have been
know.
organic.
It was a post when I went to Cuba. I posted it, and you said there's a lot of Chino Dominicanos, and I said, bro, there's a lot of Chino Nicaraguenses, and let's just do this. But in this journey, you helped me uncover questions to my mom and father de nuestra cultura sangre china, because we grew up Nicaragüense. I was born in Nicaragua. Shoot, I just became a, citizen, 5, 6 years ago. Yo me crié latino, pero siempre el orgullo sangre china. But this project helped me ask my mom, why did my abuelos leave China at such a young age? World War. And to have to move again because of the war in Nicaragua to the United States and continue ese relay, it's just been more fulfilling than I thought.
I think for the most part, when it comes to Latinidad and Latinos here, right, we mostly come here for some reason, right? It could be war, economic, financial. I say we're refugees, but then we become America. We make America rich by who we are and what we contribute to it. And I do see, it's not that I don't see our differences, but I see that as a strength. But I'd rather see one of the things that he spoke about before, our similarities.
Yeah.
And that what connects us, right? I see that, and that's what brought me to you. And in terms of you and Gary too, in terms of my writing, we, for the most part, right, our egos, right, when it comes to recognizing and seeing talent in other folks, especially Latinos, because a lot of our people, what they do is that they expect, the networks, they want the establishment to recognize them before we give them credit for it, before we see their talents, before we see their genius, right? Yeah. And I saw it in Gary, and I saw it in you, and you know why? Because we don't let our egos get in that way of seeing the geniuses and the brilliance of the people within our community.
Why don't you have ego?
Well, I do have, to an extent.
We all to a certain extent,
yeah, because we have to be proud of ourselves.
Our chemistry worked. How do we set egos aside?
Oh, wow. I think because we have the same goal of uplifting our people.
Everybody says that cliche, though.
That is cliche, but, you see it. A lot of people say it, but, when there's action, when you see it coming to fruition, it's different.
Yeah. I'll say this, recapping what you just said. What I saw in you first was talent. When I first met you, obviously, I saw talent. It just made it funner y más calle that you were Latino. I think there's a difference. I think that if you're trying to force Latino community to work just for the sake of Latino, no, go for talent first. Go for non come mierdanes first. Ser un buen humano. Because being Latino is an honor, it's an asset, but it makes things funner. Because what if I was Latino, but I wasn't good?
Yeah, it wouldn't work. I don't advocate for mediocrity, because there's a lot of mediocrity out there, and just putting people there just because of they're Latino, and that happens a lot too. We see it a lot. We see it in spaces. Like, oh man, you could have gotten somebody else in there, and now you flopped because you didn't get the right people in there, just because you checked up a box or two. Yeah. But I see what you're saying, and it's true, and it's the talents.
No, keep on talking. Keep on talking.
And this is New York, man. You're gonna hear esto es la calle, bien calle media right here.
If you should see the way he parked right there in la carretera roja. But you know what's a common word that came out of this that wasn't scripted was the dominance of doble cultura. Let's talk about that. Double cultures.
Oh yeah. We have some of us do have that, which is a strength. One of the things that you said.
But that's the makeup and future of this country. We talk about pillars, Asians, African Americans, Latinos. Double cultures is a byproduct of what this country is,
and what makes it beautiful and powerful.
You said it earlier. See it as a superpower, but even Gary's son, Mexican American. Double cultures is what came out of this. Like I thought about it. This is bigger than Barrio Chino. Este doble cultura. This is what this country is made out of. You know, and you look at the fastest and youngest growing demographics, Asians and Latinos, or communities of color. The culture's there, the traditions are there, the flavor's there. Mano, they're gonna, vamos a conectar. There's gonna be more double cultures formed in this country.
Absolutely, hey, and it helps you navigate any space or any challenge that is thrown at you because you see things differently. Now, you know, when you see it from two different cultures, right, from different angles, and then you're gonna come out with, you know, different ideas which are novel that nobody else is doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're doing here. No, it's not that I think, I know, I see it, I know, so it's what we're doing here with Barrio Chino. And like you said, you know, it's bigger.
Yeah, well, communities of color themselves make a lane for each. But how are you now going to incorporate Latinidad as a double cultures? Because that happens organically.
That happens organically, yeah.
Romeo is Dominican, Puerto Rican. Fat Joe is Cuban, Puerto Rican. You know, Ray Lai was Colombian, Cuban. Jennifer Lamb, Ecuadorian, Chinese. Ani, you know, Vietnamese, Boricua with German. Yo, Chino, Nicaraguense. So how is that going to fit in? In doble cultura, how's it going to fit in Latinidad?
In Latinidad, I think, yeah, it just shows the how the richest of it all, how much it has, how much we have to offer, how much, que no es lo mismo, que no solo como dijiste ahorita, arroz con gandules, o it's you know, we offer so much in so many different levels when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to business, when it comes to education, when it comes to sports. You know, in every angle and in the arts.
I remember, bro, when we were doing a clip for us when we were launching, you know, the beginning stages of Latitude with Gary, and you interviewed Earl Watson because at that time he was either Afro-Latino, Mexican, Black and Mexican, first coach of Mexicans in the NBA. 5-6 years ago, you were already like, nah, esto es algo diferente. You know what I mean? And so like, a lot of times people try to write a story for relevance. That's what you've been advocating your whole life.
Yeah, I like to, it's, you know what, it's funny that you mentioned that. It's a great point as well. When it comes to me and the way that I see things in the world, right? I already saw you. I already saw the Chino Latino community. I already saw the Latin Asian community. I already saw the African, the Afro-Latino community. I already saw the Mexican American, the Cuban community. You know, but sometimes, for the most part, the world, they see it, pero no lo hablan, no lo dicen.
Yeah.
No lo dicen como que aquí están. You know, and we know so. Our communities, you know, we know that the Asian community and what you offer to us, we see it all the time. Yeah. Pero no lo hemos hablado. And when you speak it, it's sort of like you bring it into existence.
You normalize it.
You normalize it. You bring it into existence. And when you bring it into existence, we treat each other differently. And there's a lot more unity, a lot more love,
connection,
a lot more support. And
I like what you said.
There's more connection.
Let's start hashtagging connection.
There's more connection in there. And when there's a connection with all of us in one room, we become this powerful voice that we can accomplish anything.
Well, when you say accomplish everything, you're a mad talented writer. This isn't a commercial. What can we expect? Because I haven't seen anything he's touched, but he knows every line, everything. Guy's on point. What can we expect on the visual side? Content-wise, we know doble cultura, we know Asian Latino community, we know Latinidad, we know doble Barrio Chino, all that. Business, lo feo existe, but we chose to show lo bonito también. What can we expect out of your now creative mindset for Barrio Chino?
Well, you're gonna see on the side of the story that, you know, might not have been told before exactly how we're doing it, because some people are covering it, some people are mentioning it out there porque they're trying to make it like a trending topic.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is trending now.
API month. Let me call you, Mondo. Oh, I can call you for Hispanic Heritage Month too. I got you.
which should be the whole, throughout the whole year, because you can speak with authority about Latinidad a lot more than a lot of other people que van a decir, estos sí son latinos, just because you're Chinese or you're Dominican. For me, for instance, certain people will say, oh, you're not really this, you're Dominican, so you can only speak for Dominicans.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So content-wise, you're going to see that. You're going to see that, and you're going to see that it's just like you said, it's not just about las cosas feas que pasamos. It's about, the beautiful things that the community has accomplished, not just in the United States, in the Americas in general. Coming to the Americas, emigrating sort of like twice, right?
Yeah.
A Latinoamérica, de Latinoamérica y después a los Estados Unidos. Eso es algo.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. I was just with my mother and father in Nicaragua, and they would say, hijo, y lo que está pasando allá, qué feo, y qué está pasando, whatever. And I said, Mom, you have to understand that you guys left Nicaragua under different terms, and this country embraced you, and you made a good living, you raised us, and you retired comfortably back. Entonces, lo feo existe, pero en eso, like you said, dig deeper, because opportunity comes.
Opportunity, we
so how bad can society be when there's still opportunity and hope? There's other countries that don't have that.
Hey, that reminds me into one of Gary is a writer as well, and one of his blogs that he spoke about the economy, that right now people are saying it's going down right now, and right now when the economy is down, that is a breeding ground, that is a soil that it's for opportunity for certain people to see it, for some people, and that's what your community, which is our community, did coming here. Lo que nos tiran es oportunidad, and you come out as a gem. Esa oportunidad, you get polished into a gem.
I think we also need to understand that we have to progress forward.
Absolutely.
But never ever forget de lo pasado.
Así es.
You know what I mean? Because if we get stuck on the past, we can't move forward. But if we don't know the past, it's hard to move forward intelligently.
Hey, I like that. That's true. That's true.